As we age, we often imagine that companionship will bring comfort, support, and a sense of belonging. But have you ever paused to ask, at what cost? At Elder Health Essentials, we explore the often unspoken truths of growing older, especially those hidden behind the warm glow of lifelong relationships. Many seniors discover that what begins as a partnership rooted in love slowly evolves into something far more consuming. When one partner's health begins to decline, the other frequently steps into the role of full-time caregiver. At first, this can feel noble, even natural. But over time, it becomes emotionally and physically draining. Just ask James, a devoted 77-year-old husband who lovingly cared for his ailing wife. What began with medication reminders and gentle support soon became an all-consuming responsibility that stole his sleep, impacted his health, and left him feeling utterly depleted. Rarely did he have a moment for himself. What started as love turned into obligation, and that's the reality many elderly couples face. Studies show that elderly caregivers experience some of the highest rates of depression, anxiety, and stress-related illness. The emotional toll is immense, and the physical demands are often underestimated. Ironically, when the caregiving partner outlives their loved one, they're often left in worse health than if they had remained alone. Even in cases where both partners are healthy, the constant concern for each other's well-being, the reminders, the appointments, the subtle fears, can become mentally exhausting. In contrast, many seniors who remain single or choose to live independently find that they avoid this path entirely. Free from the burden of managing another's health, they have more energy, more time, and a greater ability to prioritize their own well-being. Isn't that what this chapter of life should be about? Loving someone is beautiful, but bearing the weight of their decline, especially when you're trying to preserve your own health, can be one of the heaviest burdens there is. And then there's the financial reality of late-life relationships. We're often told that having a partner brings stability, but have you considered how it can just as easily bring stress, especially when finances are involved? For many older adults, especially those on fixed incomes, entering a new relationship can shift the balance of financial security in surprising ways. Take Robert, an 80-year-old widower who lived peacefully for years after his wife passed. He had a modest pension, some savings, and a simple routine that brought him joy. But when he began a new relationship in his mid-70s, the dynamic shifted. His partner had financial struggles of her own, and before long, Robert found himself covering unexpected expenses, medical bills, shared living costs, even financial help for her adult children. What began as companionship quickly turned into unspoken obligation, and soon he was dipping into savings he once protected. Unfortunately, Robert's story isn't unique. Many older couples discover that late-life relationships come with tangled financial consequences. When one partner becomes dependent on the other, or when financial habits and priorities clash, the result can be emotional tension, arguments, and feelings of resentment. Some seniors even find themselves stuck in toxic relationships because they're financially entangled and afraid to start over. It's not just about the money, it's about freedom. It's about maintaining control over your choices, your plans, your legacy. Seniors who choose to remain independent often report a greater sense of control over their finances. They spend with intention, save without guilt, and make choices that serve their long-term happiness, not someone else's expectations. There's a quiet power in knowing that every dollar you earn or spend reflects your own priorities. So what's the takeaway here? Relationships in old age can bring comfort, but they also come with emotional, physical, and financial responsibilities that many people overlook. And sometimes, the bravest, wisest choice is the one that protects your peace, your health, and your independence. The final chapter of life should be one of rest, reflection, and freedom, not unnecessary stress, compromise, or hardship. At Elder Health Essentials, we encourage you to look within. Are your current relationships truly serving your joy? Are you holding on out of habit, fear, or a sense of duty? Or are you genuinely fulfilled? Every person's path is different, but one thing is certain. You deserve a life that feels light, meaningful, and fully your own. Take a moment to reflect. What did you connect with most today? Was it the burden of caretaking, the slow drain of constant compromise, or the unexpected financial stress? Whatever spoke to you, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Share one thing you've learned in the comments below and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your insights inspire not only us, but other viewers on their own journey. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming next. Your support allows Elder Health Essentials to continue creating thoughtful, honest content that empowers, uplifts, and helps you make the most of this extraordinary stage of life. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to connecting with you in the next video. Have you ever thought about how maintaining control over your own well-being sometimes means quietly protecting your autonomy? At Elder Health Essentials, we believe there's profound wisdom in recognizing when silence is more powerful than speaking out, especially when it comes to your health. By selectively sharing or withholding certain things, you're not being secretive. Rather, you're safeguarding your peace and independence. If you find these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let us know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest content designed to inspire and empower your later years. As we age, family conflicts can become increasingly complex. Have you ever found yourself caught between family members arguing over inheritances, adult children holding grudges, or extended relatives who just can't seem to get along? If so, you're not alone. It's natural to want to step in, share your thoughts, or mediate disputes. But often, your well-intentioned advice can unintentionally add fuel to the fire. Maybe you've experienced that awkward moment when both sides suddenly turn against you, or your sincere comments are taken the wrong way, leaving you misunderstood or even resented. The truth is, most family conflicts have a way of resolving themselves, with or without your intervention. People tend to remember the words spoken during heated moments, long after the argument itself is forgotten. Expressing your true thoughts about a son-in-law, a daughter's parenting choices, or a relative's life decisions might feel honest, but these words can linger, creating emotional distance and lasting hurt. This is why selective silence can be a powerful practice. You don't need to deny issues or pretend problems don't exist. Rather, by responding with gentle neutrality, you protect your own peace and maintain meaningful relationships. Sometimes, the simplest response like, "I hope it all works out," or "I trust you'll find your way," can preserve connections without drawing you into unnecessary drama. Another sensitive area where careful thought is needed is expressing regrets about the past. As you reflect on life, it's natural to consider decisions you wish you could redo or paths you might have taken. Yet, sharing these regrets openly, especially with your family, can have unintended emotional consequences. If you mention wishing you'd spent less time working and more with family, Your children might mistakenly hear that they weren't enough. Discussing dreams you didn't pursue might make loved ones feel that the life you built together wasn't satisfying. Even innocent reflections about old relationships or missed opportunities can lead those close to you to feel like second choices, unintentionally creating feelings of inadequacy or guilt. The lesson here is that some reflections are better processed privately. It's healthy to acknowledge and learn from your past, but sharing every regret can burden those around you, shifting their perception of who you are now. Choosing to keep certain thoughts to yourself isn't about hiding. It's about compassionately protecting both your dignity and the feelings of those you love most. Then there's the topic few enjoy discussing openly: finances. Money is complicated, capable of both connecting and dividing families. As you age, there's often pressure to share more openly about your financial situation, savings, inheritances, or even your struggles. While transparency can be important in some circumstances, revealing too much can alter your relationships in unexpected and sometimes damaging ways. Relatives who learn you have savings might subtly begin expecting help or inheritance, changing your relationship from emotional to transactional. Conversely, revealing financial struggles may trigger unnecessary worry or unwelcome advice. Maintaining financial autonomy and independence becomes even more critical as you age. The more you share, the more likely your family may feel entitled to intervene, offering unsolicited advice, trying to control spending decisions, or even making choices for you. The result is often an erosion of your independence, with loved ones taking steps they genuinely believe are helpful, but ultimately diminish your ability to manage your own life. Of course, some transparency is necessary, especially with trusted financial advisors or executors. But outside these contexts, it's wise to share only what's truly needed. Keeping details private allows you to preserve not only your financial independence, but also ensures that your relationships remain rooted in love, respect, and genuine connection rather than financial obligation or expectation. As we reflect on these topics, remember that being selective about what you share isn't about secrecy. It's about protecting your dignity, your peace, and your relationships. Not everything needs to be openly discussed. Wisdom in older age often means knowing what's better left unsaid, what's best processed privately, and how selective silence can strengthen your bonds rather than weaken them. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share one key takeaway you gained from this discussion and how you plan to use it in your life. Your insights and experiences matter deeply to us at Elder Health Essentials. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who may benefit. Your support encourages us to keep creating thoughtful content that informs, inspires, and empowers you to make the most of your later years. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.